welcome to G-Ball Vision. Today, I have one of the best episodes of gear and gadgets for you that we have ever done. We have some really cool new items to check out. While we're getting started, let us know down in the comments what your EDC is today. So we're going to kick the video off with this new pouch coming in from Lockbee. This is called the Venture Pouch. And if you're not familiar with Lockbee, I will link this and everything else you see in the video today down in the description. Lockbee is a company that makes some extremely high quality wax canvas gear, some of the best in the business, and this is going to be their new Venture Pouch made out of that wax canvas. We are looking at YKK zippers here across the board, which is great. They are some of the best zippers in the game. If you have items like this and you have crappy zippers, the item is basically useless. We have a grab handle here and a couple of D-rings. That way you could turn this into a sling bag, but you would have to find and buy that yourself. They do not offer one, and it doesn't come with one, which I understand that would increase the price. But I would like to see the option to get one on their website that really goes with this, or offer this with and without one. But there's nothing saying you couldn't go pick up one on your own that goes with this. There's probably plenty of aftermarket slings out there you could use and turn this into a sling bag. I think that would be a great move from Lockbee though. That way you can turn this into kind of an EDC handbag, day bag into a sling bag. That gives this quite a bit of versatility. We are looking at dual pouches here. This is our secondary pouch with elastic bands. Little bit of organization here for pens, knives, multi-tools, that sort of thing. And then we have our main compartment here. Mesh netting on the back here. That way you can see what's inside those items. We have a center line here, divider, and a large pocket on this side for some larger items, or you could use that for some looser items. Keep in mind, this is just the first impressions of the Venture Pouch. We are going to do a much more in-depth video on this once I get it set up and used here a little bit. We'll be definitely doing a more in-depth video. Next up, we have something coming in from one of my favorite companies, one of my favorite knife and EDC companies, period. Daily Carry Co. They are under new ownership and they are off to a fantastic start early on. What we are looking at is the brand new version 2 of the aluminum slide, and it is now coming with a milled pocket clip, which is fantastic. That was my only small nitpick on this gravity knife when I first handled it. They also offer a raw version, so a completely washed handle with a satin blade. They also offer this version here with the black handle and satin blade. This is extremely good looking. I also have the other one I'll bring out here in a moment, but these are going to be coming in 14C28N and aluminum here, and they're going to come in under $100 when you use my coupon code, which I'll have linked down below in the description. That'll take 10% off your order, I believe, and that'll take this down below $100. And to get aluminum and 14C in any knife around that price is pretty damn good. And to consider it is a gravity knife like this, I would say that is a hole in the market that needed filled, no question about it. There isn't a whole lot in the around the $100 price point when it comes to gravity knives, and certainly not anything that is really respectable. I wanted to bring out its older brother here. This is the original without the pocket clip, and as I said, that would be a game changer back in the day with a pocket clip added. And not that you couldn't drop this in the pocket or down in a pouch. That's often how I carried it, was in a pouch organizer or just down in my fifth pocket. But this having a clip now is going to be a huge, huge deal, because people who would have bought this if it had a pocket clip are now going to go pick one of these up. So huge deal with Daily Carry Co., the new ownership. It looks like they are revamping some of these newer models that needed a little revamp and really doing it justice over there. They have some of the coolest innovative knives on the market, and they have some of the coolest and innovative EDC gear as well. Highly recommend just going over onto their website to browse. Now this I picked up off of Amazon a couple of days ago. This is the Watchman F22, and I have had my eye on this thing for quite some time. I have several knives from Watchman and Brother, fixed blades, slip joints, all kinds of different knives, and I've always been completely satisfied and happy with the product that I've gotten from them. Always comes well finished, sharp out of the box, no complaints from me. This fixed blade here is going to range in price between $20 and $30. And for that, you're going to get contoured micarta handles, a satin finish sheep's foot blade coming in 14C28N. That is absolutely insane. This is going to be a 3-finger neck knife micro EDC style fixed blade, but I think this would be a perfect little cutter right here. We're definitely going to be doing a more in-depth video on this fella right here. It does come with a pancake style sheath and one of those unbranded tech locks, the smaller size one. Let's check the fit in and out of the sheath here, and a nice positive click on the way in and a nice pop on the way out. If you ever get one and it's a little loose, just heat it up and compress it. You can heat these up and tighten that up. Just do it incrementally. You don't want to tighten it up too much. But if you ever get a fixed blade, not just from Watchman, but anywhere, you can heat this plastic up with a hairdryer or whatever and just kind of smash it down, and that will tighten up the retention on that Kydex sheath. It should definitely help out quite a bit. I love this tall satin 14C blade. This should make a very, very nice cutter and just a great day-to-day user. Lightweight, throw an Alti clip on this thing or some scout straps, and this is going to be an absolute home run EDC fixed blade. Now what we have here is a new product coming in from Titanium. And similarly to Daily Carry Co., Titanium puts out some of the highest quality EDC gear and gadgets that I have handled. Everything is made out of titanium. You get this nice little case here that comes with this. This is a new release for Titanium here, and it's going to be a utility style knife that I have no idea how it works. I am just finding out about this thing here. So let's see what happens. We have a little pry end here and bottle opener here. We have the little Titanium logo here. And I'm curious, how does this thing work? Probably gonna end up cutting myself. So how do we... It comes out that way. Oh. Okay. So you push that ball in. Oh, that obviously takes you past. So this is, I think they're calling this the mini retractable. And it's a new variation of their utility knife. So this has kind of underwent some additional changes and is kind of a revamp. I believe it just got off of a Kickstarter. So that's what that is. That's kind of a ball bearing there that you press that down and then you can slide it forward and then you are locked in place, and then you can push it down one more time and release it, and that'll lock you into that secondary spot. Now to change the blade, you push it in again, and that will take you out there, and you can change the blade. So you'll get about a third of the blade with this thing, but here again, this is meant to be kind of a savior gadget, you know, a last ditch type of gadget, like this is all I got on me and it'll get the job done. you know, something you can throw on your key ring or down in your pocket. That way you always have at least a little something with you, and it's not going to take up a lot of space in the pocket, not going to weigh much or weigh you down, and you have a little bit of added capability with the bottle opener and pry bar end there. Nice little gadget, and that is what Gear and Gadgets is all about right there. The new Titaner utility knife in titanium. Definitely like that little gadget there. Next up, we have a very, very nice flashlight coming in from Sulfurn. This is called the IF23 Pro. And if that sounds familiar, you've been around a little bit to the Gear and Gadgets episodes. We have checked out its brother, the 24. Nice USB-C cord comes with it and a wrist lanyard here. We also have a pocket clip and a beautiful flashlight. This is one of my favorite, no joke, no bullshit. This is one of my favorite flashlights on the market right now. The IF series from Sulfurn, the 23 and 24. These things are loaded with features and capabilities. You got an aux light here on the front, and then on the top, we have our primary light, and we have a rotating switch here, and that is going to be your activation for everything on the flashlight. So that'll rotate us through all our primary functions here, and that should be our main headlight, and it's a click to turn it on, and then you hold it down, and that'll go through your main modes, and then you can double tap this thing, and that'll get you to turbo. Triple tap's going to be strobe. And I think there is, and we'll do a more in-depth video on the IF23, as this is just a first impressions and unboxing, but there's a couple of notes on this thing. IP66, great that they test the dust and water rating. We are looking at a half lumen moonlight mode, 5 lumen, then 100, 550, 1300, and then 5,000 lumens on the turbo and strobe. So very, very cool. And then we have our aux light, which you can set this up so that way it'll do different things, right? And here we can change the color by just holding this down. And I often use my other 24 for background lighting all day long. I'll put it on a color and just let the thing rock, and it lasts for hours and hours and hours. Absolutely love this light. It's a little bit bigger, but you have a ton of capability with it. Magnetic tail cap. You can charge this through the USB-C port here. That is sealed, water sealed, and ready to roll. Or you can just charge the battery, of course, in an external battery charger. But I am a huge fan of these flashlights. For the money, these are extremely hard to beat. You could use this in an EDC roll, and you could use this around the house and or as kind of a tactical light. You don't have that crenulated bezel, but I think this, as far as its power and size, would be really, really nice for all of those situations. You guys will have to let me know, what was your favorite piece of gear from today's video? Was it one of the knives? Was it one of the flashlights? Or is it the Lockbee Venture pouch? I look forward to hearing from you guys each and every video, and I love when you tell me what your EDC is for today. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up button. That helps push the video out there to more people. If you're new to my channel here and you enjoy this type of content, you're in the right place. Make sure you subscribe because I release daily videos just like this. I will put up a couple of new videos that YouTube is recommending. You go check out right now. Have yourself an awesome day. Thank you all again for watching. I will catch you on the next one.